Well, hello there. On today's episode of Woodworking with Mr. Kevin, I'd like to show you how I made my tall fence jig for my table saw. And if you've seen it in a few of my videos, it's how I make raised panels, how I do all sorts of weird cuts when I have really tall pieces and I need to put a dado or cut them down or do some weird cuts or put an angle on them. All these strange things, and I'd like to show you that today. Right here on Woodworking with Mr. Kevin. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Bye. God, it's on there good. So for my tall fence jig, I have to remove all the stuff from the top of my table saw fence. So you've probably seen this on some of my other videos. This is my tall fence jig. And it's just made out of scrap plywood. It's not very fancy. So the first thing you do when you're making a tall fence jig is you measure the outside dimension of your fence, all right? And then you measure how long it is. After you've measured the width and you've got that and you know the length, it's 42, you got to measure from the saw table itself to the top of your fence. And mine is, let's see what it is. It's this one says it's 2 5/8, but I made this 2 11/16. So I made it a 1/16 inch bigger. All right, it's all made out of scrap. All right, so I pocket screwed it all together, put it all together like this. So it slides right over the top here, goes back and forth, and you can slide it and do whatever. Then you get yourself some spring clamps. These are Jorgensen spring clamps. They work pretty good. You want to bring the fence all the way to the back of the table. You just can't clamp these Johnsons on here. One in the back. And you can put more on if you want. One in the front like that. And that'll hold it on. You can move it around, do all sorts of crazy things. It'll keep it in place. So you can put outriggers on the back if you wanted to that come down on an angle like this and then down. If you really want this super sturdy. I never found a reason to have it that way because it works just fine the way it is. And what I use this for mainly is making raised panels. So I'm going to make a video on how to make raised panel doors on the table saw, just using your table saw. And this is a raised panel. This is a test piece from a long time ago. And what you do is you raise your blade up a little bit. And for making the raised part, you can do it a bunch of different ways on the table saw. For me, I just roll it over till it's 7 degrees, like this. So there you go. And then you have something to push against. And this is in one of my other videos. I know it is because I had to remake 2 doors and I went through this whole thing. It gives you more space to, you know, push your piece through. It makes it safer so you don't have your hands way down here because the fence is so small. And you can also do tall things like this here. The tall jig fence, I've sanded the very top of this thing because I use my hand to guide it across like this. It's a very simple jig. I use this more than you would think. The other purpose you can use it for is to put the dados in the bottom of plywood. All right, so let's say we have a hunk of plywood and we want to put a dado on the end and have a cleat so we can hold another cabinet side on or whatever. So you run a stringer across there, you dado this out to fit, and then you put your cleat in there like that. Just set this up here however deep you want it, and then take this here, and here, I'll even turn it on. I'll show you. I'm gonna flip it around. Go down the middle. There you go. Just that simple. All right. And it's just that simple. You can see that right there. You You got like a 1/4 inch on either side, and this is probably like 3/8 or whatever. And there you go. And that way you can attach a cleat to a piece of wood, boom, slap this on there like that. It's all hidden and it's nice and strong. The tall fence jig. It's very simple, easy to use, and it's very handy dandy. Yeah, check this out. I even made this. This was an extra. Somehow I made 2, I don't know, because I got in a hurry and started doing stuff. Look how big tall this is. And this is, I did it exactly the same way. Wow. So you can put your hands up here out of the way of the blade and run it through, holding on the top, pushing it through. And this thing is, that's 30 inches. So, if you want to be safe, you use a tall fence jig. Very simple and cheap to make. So if you had just a regular fence without Mr. Tall Jig Fence, you would have to put your hands way down here, try to hold this panel up as it's going through, and see how close your fingers have to get to the blade. That's not any good. Plus it does this on the way through. It's wiggling and waggling, and that ain't no good. So that's why we make a tall jig fence. You can put this in here like this here, run it across, and your hands are way out of the way. And it's safer and it's easier to do and all that. And it's pretty strong just for 2 simple little spring clamps. You can make this longer if you want. I probably didn't have a scrap piece long enough, but you can actually make one from one end of the fence to the other, and that's 42 inches long. You can do whatever you want. You're the cook. You can make up your own rules. So there you go. Hope that was helpful to somebody. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, fling, fling, the bang, bang. Tell all your friends, share it with the world. And I gotta go. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. You have an awesome day. Go outside and play. Hug somebody you love. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next time right here on the YouTubes. Woodworking with Mr. Kevin. That's me. We'll see ya. Have an awesome day. Bye. I'm gonna hit you with this. Ready? Here we go. On today's episode. Did it get me? Hello? Brain dead. I just got done having lunch. My brain doesn't work yet. Okay, that's better. And where's my flippy flapper? Oh, for the love of Pete. Whoever Pete is. Tilly the table saw 2 tall fence. Yeah. Voila. Arrivederci, America. And everybody else. Okay, bye.